And start recording mga kalapida. Welcome sa isa na naman reaction video. So gagawa tayo ng reaction video at heheram tayo ng video kay Pinas Outsider. Okay. So, VP Sara nag-savage na naman eh. Ang title ng kay Pinas Outsider is Makapanindig Balahibong Sagot ni VP Sara. Sumugod na si VP Sara Castro Abante. Mahaba to kasi ito yung hearing kanina. Pero grabe pagka-savage ni VP Sara, ni Marcoleta at saka ni GMA. Panoorin na lang natin to. Tapos saka tayo mag-react. Pero muna, Pinas Outsider. At saka huwag ka masyadong magkikilo sa reaction video mo. Baka dumumpi.
There is no disrespect.
Oops.
All I am
There's no disrespect po Kaya huwag ka masyadong dumikit Pinas Outsider. Tuloy.
saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget.
Exactly.
Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo. Dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget.
Exactly.
What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment.
Exactly uli.
Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon.
Ako may kupal pa nga na abogado na tinuturo pa kung paano ma-impeach si VP Sara no? Pero ang sabi niya, kung sino yung nandyan sa gobyerno, irerespeto niya. Okay ng inang yan. Ito yung para ma-impeach, ito yung dapat gawin. Gago. Tuloy.
Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office.
Baby naman, huwag kang yung labi mo. Nadidistract ako sa'yo.
At campaign platforms na
yung pala hindi ito nakain.
trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay. Babayan, ladies and gentlemen, assalamualaikum, warakmatullahi wa barakatuh. Madayaw, mayong adlaw, kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. The officials of the Office of the Vice President, as well as each and every one of our satellite office leads, for receipt of a letter from the chairman of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability dated September 13, 2024, requesting our presence or that of our duly authorized representatives in today's initial deliberation with preliminary determination on privilege speech number 379. In view of the said letter, I am appearing before you today not only as the head of office, but more importantly, as the duly authorized representative of all officials of the OVP. Simply because we have not done anything wrong. There is no misuse of funds. If there are audit findings, we shall gladly respond to them before the Commission on Audit. And if there are legitimate cases to be filed, then we shall gladly respond to them before the appropriate courts. In relation to this, may I just say that I take notice of the opening speeches and nasabi doon, there is a determination of misfeasance, nonfeasance, and malfeasance. And those are cases that should properly be taken in the courts of law. What we are witnessing now
Mm.
is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that
ng
prompted
kupal na
this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about misused funds,
yes.
accountability, or governance.
Yes.
Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests.
Alam nyo, nire-real talk lang naman sila ni Sara. 'Di ba? Kaya lalo sila nang gigigil. 'Di ba? Pero manggigil kayo ng manggigil. Tingin nyo kung tama ginagawa nyo. Tignan natin. Wait na lang tayo.
I have publicly stated my reasons
Baby, wag mo ilabas yung nguso mo. Nakalabas na rin yung nguso ko, bebe.
as to why I've chosen not to defend the OVP's budget proposal for 2025. I have narrated the issues I encountered in previous years, which can easily be confirmed by looking at the NEP, the GAB, and the GAA for fiscal years 2023 and 2024. Further, I have even shared the drama that transpired last year regarding the confidential funds. Hence, just as we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. I am not asking for any special treatment,
Ay, bebe.
nor am I asking you to uphold any tradition. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo. Dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon. Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms na trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay. Sinabi ko na noon at ilang beses ko nang inulit na hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito. Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay kagutuman, kahirapan,
At saka yung mga politika na rin, 'di ba? Real talk na tayo, BP. Alam naman natin kung sino yung mga ganid, alam naman natin kung sino yung mga may intention pa rin. Yun ang talagang problema. Kasi ang gutom na yan, hindi yan masusolusyonan hanggat may mga sakim, may mga gahaman, may mga ganid. Kaya andyan pa rin yan. Tuloy.
illegal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo, hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng plano ng infrastruktura para sa disasters, at marami pang iba. So, you may try to destroy me,
But
you can skin me alive and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known,
napakaya
you
kayong
will
lahat.
find me unbowed. I will continue to serve the Filipino people no matter the personal cost.
Nilalapit ng
Or
bebe
political
ko.
intrigue. Having said that, I will not allow myself to be subjected to an inquiry based on an empty privilege speech just so you can attack me and do indirectly what you
Ay!
failed to do directly
Ay,
during the budget hearings.
Madam Sara, medyo nadidistract ako, sorry. Masyado kasi lumalapit si Bebe.
I therefore request this committee to terminate this inquiry for its clear lack of any proposed legislation
Maganda yung
or
sasagot.
substantive matter
Maganda
for
yung
discussion.
sagutan na yan.
Shukran.
Chocolate. Sagot.
The committee
Congressman.
cannot rule on that because the committee already took cognizance of this privileged speech. Anyway, we will now proceed. Next,
Chair.
we will recognize the
Mr.
representative from COA,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Marcoleta.
may I please raise a parliamentary inquiry?
What is your parliamentary inquiry?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The rules of the committee says that this committee only acquires jurisdiction on matters of nonfeasance, misfeasance, malfeasance. And under Section 2, Mr. Chair of the rules, there should be a prior determination whether or not these malfeasance, nonfeasance, and misfeasance are directly or specifically relating to the persons charged of this. Has this committee made a prior determination of this? And if so, when did it happen? And where is the order specifying that the committee has just reached a prior determination? This is very important, Mr. Chair, because the rules also says that after determining or making a prior determination, this committee will set an order. And that is the only way that this committee acquire jurisdiction over the person's subject matter of this inquiry. And that particular order of prior determination will set out the parameters. If I can make a comparison, Mr. Chair, in regular court, it is called pre-trial order,
Yes.
where the parameters of the inquiry, the presentation of evidence or explanations or allegations are limited to that set of stipulation. So considering, Mr. Chair, and I assume that there is no prior determination, I do not think how we can start the meeting today because we are supposed to observe the rules. I am referring to Section 2 of the rules of this committee, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. To answer that, Congressman Marcoleta, we have already ruled on the preliminary determination a while ago. Medyo na-late na po kayo. Now, with respect to your inquiry, that if we can proceed with this, considering that this is an investigation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance, let me walk you through.
Malfeasance po mga wrongdoing yung mga ang tawag dito mga maling nagawa or maling pagpapalakad ng mga isang public official. So para medyo maintindihan natin, masyado malalalim yung hindi tayo nile-layman's term nito mga to eh. Tuloy.
Let me walk you through the definition of a good government and public accountability. It provides that all matters directly and principally relating to malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance in office committed by officers and employees of the government and its political subdivision and instrumentalities, inclusive of investigations of any matter of public interest on its own initiative or upon order of the House. For the information of everybody, the issue on confidential fund is a matter of public interest. Lahat po tayo ay interesado, hindi lamang po tayo, yung publiko po.
Yun naman pala maging patas kayo sa lahat. 'Di ba? Bakit si VP Sara lang ginagaya nyo? Kung gusto nyo panindigan yung sinasabi nyo, rules nyo, gawin nyo sa lahat yan. Gawin nyo kay BBM yan. Gawin nyo sa lahat. Gawin nyo sa mga iba pang ahensya. Tignan natin kung sino malinis. Sinabi na ni VP Sara, obvious na yung ginagawa nyo.
Interesado kung paano po ito nagamit. Kaya yun po ang dahilan
Diba,
why
bebe?
this committee has jurisdiction over the subject matter.
But Mr.
Yes,
Chair,
Congressman Marcoleta.
Mr. Chair, under Section 5, there should be a record of preliminary determination. It says that the proceedings in the preliminary investigation or determination shall be recorded through stenographic notes. What you were mentioning are motu proprio cases. I am assuming that this committee started by way of a referral because of a privileged speech delivered on the floor by one of us. And so this is the main subject matter of this committee meeting, and to which we should first determine.
Dinikit na ni baby yung pisngi niya. Alam niya kikis ako dun eh.
Preliminarily, whether or not this committee acquires jurisdiction. And I demand a record of preliminary determination under Section 5 because it says, upon termination thereof, Mr. Chair, the chairperson shall issue an order which shall recite in details the matters taken up. So what are the matters taken up, Mr. Chair? I think we should be able to comply with these elementary rules as specified in the governing rules.
Well, considering that we are still in the, we have yet to proceed to the interpellation, we are still in the period of recognizing the resource person as well as the witness.
Anong witness?
With that, the chair declares 1 minute suspension.
Anong witness? Wait lang ha. Anong witness pinagsasabi mo? Bebe, chill ka lang. Chill ka lang. Chill ka lang. Okay, wait lang ha. Wait lang ha. Kulang yung ginawa ni baby eh. Wait lang ha, kulang yung ginawa ni Bebe. Puntahan na natin yung buo. Ilang minutes to? Gusto ko na pakinggan yun sa pag-o-taking.
Witness. Office of the Vice President, you
in my office to prevent future political contests. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget.
Teka lang, babalik ta rin ko muna itong isa para walang hinahalikan. Wala pa yung bebe ko eh. Hindi, ano lang natin. Hide lang natin. Tuloy natin to.
Budget ang punterya ninyo dahil napakadali namang magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi ako ang problema ng Badro Jobal. Politika lamang. Uri ng
DBM po. Thank you ma'am.
the Office of the Vice President, you attached a copy of the rule. Mr. Chair.
President, COA, representatives and resource persons.
Ito na yung oath taking na hindi ginawa ni VP Sara. Tuloy.
Office of the Vice President.
Ito yung mga matatapang na mga puki ng inang mga congressman na bumabatikos. Hindi sila makapagsalita ng harapan kay VP Sara. Pag-alis ni VP Sara, doon sila uli nag-grandstanding. Pero nung kaharap si VP Sara, putang ina, mga akala mo mga tupang ina.
President, COA, and DBM po. Thank you ma'am.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, the Honorable
Yes,
Vice
when you
President.
sent a letter to the Office of the Vice President, you attached a copy of the rules
Okay.
in aid of legislation.
Yes po.
Yes, sir. Nakalagay po doon na witnesses lang po ang ino-oath. Sabi niyo po ngayon sa amin, resource persons kami.
Ang ano po, considered as resource person po.
Ang ano,
Ginagawa kasi nilang tanga, hindi nila alam, abogado rin yung kausap nila, no? Sa tingin nila, hindi yan pupunta dyan ng hindi handa. Mga bobo kayo.
Kayo po.
Kayo po,
Kaya nga
anong
po.
kayo po? Ano po?
Ino-oath po.
Yes,
Apo.
nakalagay po sa rules ninyo,
Ano po?
witnesses.
Inan nyo po.
Nakalagay po dito ngayon sa table, resource persons.
Oh.
Lahat po considered as a resource person and witness. Lahat po naman kayo, lahat resource person pa eh. Wala pa naman po tayong tinatawag na, lahat po considered as
Ano?
Opo.
Wala pa naman po
Ano,
tayong
Sige,
tinatawag na
lahat po
considered as
siya,
resource
lul.
person pa lang po.
Right. Opo. Ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons.
Oh. Bang bang. Bang bang. Savage. Nakita niyo yung yung kibik balikat. Savage.
Ma'am, ano lang po yun eh.
Ma'am,
Yung term
Yung
lang po yun eh. Pero
term, ulul.
considered as a resource person din po kayo eh.
Yes, sir. Resource persons nga po
Kayo,
nakalagay
witness
dito.
din po at saka resource person po.
Paano nangyari?
Hindi
Sige.
niyo po sinabi na witness ako. Sinabi niyo po dito ngayon, resource persons. Ang nakalagay po sa rules ninyo, witness.
Turo.
Comsec,
Magturo
ano
ka
po
na.
yung pinadala po ninyo?
Comsec, ano po yung pinadala nyo? Kasi napapahiya ako.
Pong rules in aid of legislation.
Mga Comsec, napahiya ako eh.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Point of order,
What
yan
is the
na.
point of order of the Honorable
Because
Congressman
this issue about
Macapagal?
witness, resource person, etc., etc.
Ma'am, ma'am, pakilakas lang po, hindi po marinig.
Persons and accused has been taken up in previous legislative inquiries in aid of legislation. I want to quote a December 8, 2008 hearing in the Senate, where Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago had an opinion on a similar situation, but she quoted a Supreme Court ruling. So the Constitution provides that no person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. The Supreme Court has repeatedly emphasized that there is a difference between a mere witness and the accused. And it can appear from statements and privileged speeches that there is that a person who is the subject matter of an adverse privileged speech is not a mere witness or a mere person of interest, meaning a suspect. She is in fact accused of what seems to be a criminal case for violation of certain criminal laws, including malversation of public funds. And there is a case quoted in 2007, Standard Chartered Bank versus the Committee on Banks, where the court repeated the rule that an accused occupies a different tier of protection from an ordinary witness. So, where the court said, Supreme Court said, whereas an ordinary witness may be compelled to take the witness stand and claim the privilege at each question requiring an incriminating answer is shot at him, an accused may altogether refuse to take the witness stand and refuse to answer any or all questions. So that has been a Supreme, and then there is a portion, the court explained that the right of the accused against self-incrimination also applies to respondents in administrative investigations, such as in legislative inquiries in aid of legislation. So that is the point of order I am raising, and there is a Supreme Court ruling to this effect. Thank you, Mr.
Hindi pa rin palulusutin yan.
With that, the chair declares 1 minute suspension. Recess.
Barado eh. Nagmukha silang tang eh. Tinuruan ni Akop eh, no?
Madam Congresswoman Arroyo, may I know if, may I be clarified if the tenor of your point of inquiry is referring to the sub judice case? or rule?
referring to the sub judice case, but it is saying that when a witness, in fact, is in reality the accused,
Ma'am, pakilakas po ng konti. Medyo hindi ko po...
what he's saying is that if by the by the nature, for instance, of the privileged speech, if the witness is not a mere but the person being asked is not a mere witness or a mere person of interest, he is in fact the accused of what seems to be a case including malversation of public funds, and the court repeated the rule that an accused occupies a different tier of protection from an ordinary witness. So from given what Miriam Defensor Santiago said and the Supreme Court ruling that she's quoting, we cannot we cannot just trivialize. Kasi you're just a witness. You're a witness. Pareho na rin yung witness, resource person. They are not the same. The Supreme Court says they are not the same. And somebody who appears to be the accused has a different tier of protection from a witness. And in fact, can refuse to take the witness stand.
Congressman Flores, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, this is an inquiry in aid of legislation, and no one is
Mr.
technically accused of any wrongdoing here, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, look at the speech.
Ma'am,
Lalo niyang binagsak yung sarili niya. Mga bobo kayo.
Look at the
please,
Kain
speech,
titi,
Mr.
Ma'am.
kain
Privilege.
titito,
Please wait to
kain
be
Mr.
recognized.
Chair, may I request
Kain
a
titi.
wait,
1
I will-
minute
I will-
recess?
1 minute. 1 minute
Thank
recess
you.
declared by the
Yes.
chair.
Yeah, madam, kaya ko to. Tangina hindi makatingin kay kay BP Sara, mga putang ina, mga kupal. Hindi sila makatingin, no? Yuko, putang ina, mga nakayuko ang puta. Tangina, may mga bodyguards sa loob. Astig.
Mr. Chair, yes. Mr. Chair,
Bingi, tawag ka.
Session resumes.
Mr. Chair, may I speak?
You will be given the opportunity later, Madam
bas
Vice
pa.
President. In any event, the point of
Talagang
the
ano, no?
Honorable Arroyo is well taken.
Sinusukol nila talaga yung puke ng inang putang inang hearing na to eh.
But we will proceed to the oath taking. If the Vice President refuse to take her oath, we will respect that. In the meantime, Comsec, please proceed with the oath taking of the other witnesses.
To all the other members of the committee,
Yes, Congressman Paduano.
Of course, you have already ruled with regards to the point of the order being raised by the former president and now representative of Pampanga, Madam Gloria Macabagal Arroyo. But still, there is also supposedly a pending manifestation being made by the members of this committee with regards to the point of order that was raised. So I think, Mr. Chairman, we have to hear first. But of course, you have already ruled. But we have to also to hear the manifestation of the members of this honorable committee. And in that case,
Katulad yan na itong kupal na to, lalo niyan nilulubog yung sarili nila na pinapahalata nila kung ano yung pakay nila talaga kay VP Sara. Gago! Diba? Sabi ko nga, gawin niyo sa lahat yan.
you have already recognized the good Congressman Kit Flores. And I think it is just proper to recognize him once again. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. The Honorable Flores is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. But I think the ruling was already made, Mr. Chair, and I will submit, Mr. Chair.
Sabit mo yung mukha mo.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. We will now let us also
Sabi na nilaglag mo ako, hayop ka.
discuss the administrative
Tayo mo ka.
matter. Thank you, Congressman Paduano.
Tayo
Made,
mo.
Mr. Chair, and I will submit,
Tayo
Mr.
mo
Chair.
ka. Oh,
Thank you,
I'll
Congressman
submit.
Paduano.
Tangina mo, nilaglag mo ako. Pinagtanggol kita, hayop ka.
Let us also discuss the administrative matters. But before we proceed, the chair would like to recognize the Honorable Bongalon of Ako Bicol, the
But hindi si Saldi ko yung
Mr.
nilabas.
Marvin Joshua Pali,
No?
ano to?
That
Palitik of
is.
the Commission
Dapat
on Audit,
inarap na
State
nila si
Auditor
ano.
General.
Oh, Saldi ko dyan.
Honorable Marlene Primicias Agabas, Deputy Majority Leader, 6th District, Pangasinan. The Honorable Marcoleta of Sagip. Honorable Micaela Swansing, 1st District, Nueva Ecija. The Honorable Ricardo Cruz, Lone District, Taguig Pateros. And the Honorable Filimon Espares of invited and who have responded.
The President to inform that the Chief of Staff, Attorney Celine Sandro, the Executive Assistant from the services from Cebu, that Secretary from the Kamalye, as seen all of the information sector, and it was on submit.
Before we proceed to the interpellation for her message. Yes, ma'am. You are recognized, ma'am.
My statement regarding the point of order. Message?
Ito yung binasa na kanina.
Mga kababayan, ladies
Okay, lipat ulit tayo ha. Kay Bebe. Lipat ulit tayo kay Bebe.
The inquiry of
I
the
would like
Honorable
to
Abante.
ask the Honorable Marcoleta,
Yan.
is he rebuking this committee?
What is the question, Mr. Chair?
Are you rebuking this committee?
Why am I supposed to rebuke the committee? I am
You
not.
have been saying
Sige,
things for a while.
ang ino mo ka.
What?
You have been rebuking this committee.
You are saying that.
We're not blaming the Vice President on this.
I asked
Honorable
the
Marcoleta,
question.
we
I asked
are
the
not
question.
blaming
The right to
the-
defend that.
One minute suspension is taken.
Move to suspend.
Ang tapang nito. Pero kanina, nung si BP Sara, pukin ang ina mo, tameme ka, hayop ka. Palupot ko sa iyo yung krus mo eh, gago ka eh. Tanda mo na. Ang akala mo wala kang tinatagong kagaguhan.
First, respond to the manifestation of the Honorable Marcoleta. Respond to the manifestation. First, respond to the manifestation of the Honorable Marcoleta. Let me cite Section 4, Rule 4, Section 1, last paragraph, which provides that the filing or pendency of a case before any court, tribunal, quasi-judicial, or administrative body shall not stop or abate any inquiry conducted to carry out a legislative purpose. What we are doing right
Ayan,
now is we
makikis
are
kita,
doing our
baby.
mandate. This hearing is in aid of legislation. So wala pa naman po tayong inaakusahan dito. The fact that the issue is still with COA and is still pending appeal, it does not stop this committee from conducting an inquiry in aid of legislation to conduct or to carry out our legislative purpose. So yun lamang po. With this, I would like to give the... Ilang minuto pa po? Ma'am, you still have 1 more minute.
Mr. Chair,
Halatang halata talaga sila, nakakainis.
in response to the Honorable Marcoleta, this representation did not say that the OVP is questioning the power of the Congress. However, Mr. Chair, I wish to state for the record, how else will you interpret her refusal to answer? How else will you interpret?
Isa pa tong kupal na to eh,
to
itong
take an
Luis Tro na to eh.
I think, Mr. Chair, the only reasonable interpretation on her gestures is that she refused to participate in the investigation or inquiry in aid of legislation that we are conducting. Second,
Hindi ka nakakaintindi sa sinabi. Ang inaabogado ka pa naman, napakakatanga mo. Hindi sasagot yan dahil alam niyang ginagawa niyong moro-moro na yan. Alam niya kung anong pinagagawa niyo. Diba? Ipipilit nyo na ipipilit yan para po ng ina nyo ma-impeach si VP Sara sa mga plano nyo. Tanga.
Secondly, Mr. Chair, about the notice of disallowance, we take cognizance of the fact that this is not yet final and executory. As a matter of fact, the COA commented that the OVP has a period of 180 days, equivalent to 6 months to solicit to make an...
Oh, sa bibig mo galing yan pero nung hearing nung mga nakaraan, nung mga pinagsasabi nyo, nagtatalo na kayo sa konklusyon, mga tanga. Kung hindi lang sinabi, tinanong ni Marcoleta yan, hindi nyo yan malalaman, bobo. Bobo.
Appeal for the purpose of seeking for a possible reversal of the ND. However, Mr. Chair, kapag ba may ND, bawal na bang malaman ito ng publiko? Kapag ba may ND, bawal na bang imbestigahan ito? And it is on this light that I invoke that public office is a public trust and at all times we are accountable to the Filipino people. In response to his comment about the possibility of the ND being reversed, I think I made a manifestation already in the last budget briefing of the DepEd. If in the event that the ND is reversed, in spite of having this inquiry already, the COA is not precluded.
Si Santiago, tanungin mo, tanga. Yung sa huli.
The COA is not prevented from sharing to the Filipino people that the OVP was able to justify and therefore we are reversing the ND. In conclusion, Mr. Chair, I wish to emphasize that there is no law which prevents the Congress, which prevents the COA from discussing, deliberating on the subject matter of the notice of disallowance. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can I still have a question?
I will give you 1 minute.
Para lang po sa understanding ng mga Pilipino, pwede po bang pakidistinguish in layman's term, confidential fund from regular fund in 2 aspects. One is procurement, second is liquidation. Because we've been discussing about CF, confidential fund. The question is, naiintindihan ho ba tayo ng mga...
Na po ang presence po ng mga kinatawan ng Commission on Audit. Gusto ko po sanang itanong mula sa kanila, ano-ano pong mga opisina ng ating pamahalaan o ahensya ang pinagkakalooban po ng intelligence and confidential funds?
Eto, magtatanong uli si Marcoleta sa COA. Yung office na dapat pagpapasahan ni VP Sara ng sagot niya, yung sa 180 days, di ba? Naaalala nyo, tatawa-tawa lang tong babae na to nung tinatanong ni Marcoleta noon sa huling hearing. Tapos sa iba, mga seryoso yung sagot niya. Dito, tatawa-tawa uli siya. Diba? Kasi alam niya hindi niya masagot eh.
Attorney Camora, please respond.
Confidential funds are given to NGAs,
Ayan.
to LGUs, and some GOCCs po.
You can elaborate,
Seryoso
Madam
pa mo ka
Representative. Sino po sa mga LGUs ang binibigyan po ng intelligence and confidential funds?
Sa LGUs po,
Taranta ka. Hintayin mo lang. Taranta ka. Oh, ano
depende po
nakakatawa?
sa LGU, sa POP po nila.
Sino
Mr.
nga?
Chair.
Hindi po ba yung mga opisina ng mayor ay nakakatanggap ng intelligence and confidential funds?
As long as it is part of their budget, Madam Chair. Ay, Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga po tinatanong ko sa inyo, kayo po nakakaalam kasi kung sino-sino sa kanila. Karaniwan po yung opisina ng mayor, nakatatanggap po. Maaaring hindi lahat, ngunit nakatatanggap po basically yung opisina ng mayor. Tama po?
According to the joint circular po,
Oo
LGUs
lang
whose
o
peace and
hindi.
order is a priority concern. Sila po usually yung nag-allocate ng confidential funds.
Kaya nga po, base po sa record ninyo, may mga mayors po, opisina ng mayor na nakatatanggap ng confidential and intelligence funds. Kasi po kayo ang nag-audit eh.
Nililihis no? Tangina.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Para hindi na tayo magtagal, ganun lang kasi. Pati po
Yes
opisina
lang
ng gobernador nakakatanggap din po ng ganung klaseng pondo, hindi po ba?
Senador.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yun pong PNP nakakatanggap po.
Senador ba yung
Intelligence
sinabi? Sige.
po, Mr. Chair.
Para hindi na tayo magtagal, ganun lang kasi. Pati po opisina ng gobernador nakakatanggap
Gobernador
din po ng
pala,
ganung klaseng pondo, hindi po
gobernador.
ba?
Sorry.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yun pong PNP nakakatanggap po.
Intelligence fund po sa
Opo,
PNP.
yung AFP nakakatanggap po.
Yes po, Mr.
Ang
Chair.
opisina po ng ating Pangulo ay nakakatanggap po ng intelligence funds.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ngayon po sa mga karamihan po ng opisina ng mayor at opisina ng gobernador at alimpang mga LGUs na maaaring makatanggap nito, depende sa kanilang pangangailangan. Yung AFP at saka yung ating kapulisan at ang ating opisina po ng ating Panguluhan, Masasabi po ba ninyo na merong na-issuean po ng notice or notices of disallowance sa napakaraming opisina na tumatanggap ng ganitong pondo?
Sagot!
Mr. Chair, pagka
Ano nakakangiti?
meron naman pong mga ibang agencies na
Kaya nga
katanggap
po
ng
gusto ko pong malaman, halimbawa 2022 at saka 2023, ballpark figures lang po, ilan po sa mga official at sa mga opisina ng mayor na nakatanggap ng confidential or intelligence funds ang subjected to notices of disallowance? Ilan po sa opisina ng gobernador, ganun din po yung tanong. At saka sa iba't ibang mga opisina po, para malaman lang natin, kahit ballpark figures lang, ilan po yung na-issue nyo na notices of disallowance concerning these types of funds?
Mr. Chair, wala po kaming data on the said information today because we only have data on the OVP po. I cannot give an exact number.
Bakit po?
today.
Kakasasabi nyo lang na meron din kayong sinubject sa notice of disallowance eh. Bakit po yung opisina lang ng OVP ang meron kayong record?
Siyempre. Yun
hawak
po yung
namin ngayon,
inutos.
Mr. Chair. Since ito po yung subject ng inquiry, we are prepared as to the OVP. Pero as to other
O sige po,
agencies-
ganito na lang. Meron po ba kayong estimated na bilang ng na-issue nyo na kayo po kasi pag intelligence and confidential funds, kayo po yung auditing unit ang nakatoka para tingnan po ang pagkakagasta ng tipo ng fondong ito. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Makapagsasabi po ba kayo ng estimated number? Ito
Kung
po,
ilan?
kinabibilangan ng opisina ng mayor, ng gobernador, ng ISAP, ng kung ano-ano. Ng, siguro po, maski National Intelligence Security Council, AFP, ang kapulisan. Can you provide us a ballpark number of the notices of disallowance that your office has initially issued?
Hindi na eh.
Mr. Chair, I cannot give you a ballpark
Hindi na nga yung official data ngayon, hindi mo pa mapagbigay. Putang ina ka.
figure now since hindi naman po ako involved sa entire ICFAO. So,
Wala po bang isa sa inyo na nakaupo ngayon sa aming harapan ang makapagbibigay man lang ng estimated number? Napakarami po ng mayor, napakarami po ng gobernador.
precisely, sir, kaya sa ibang division, wala po akong...
Pwede ba natin sabihin 100 or 500 notices of disallowance?
I cannot say po, Mr. Chair.
How can you help us? We are supposed to be
Fuck you ka.
doing this in aid of legislation.
Yari
Kaya
ka.
namin kayo pinatawag
Ah.
para tulungan nyo kami.
Mr. Chair,
Ang sabi po ng jurisprudence, which was quoted by no less than the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Reynato Puno, quoting various jurisprudence. Kasama na po yung Arnold versus Nazareno. There should be a legislative purpose. That's number one requirement. The number two requirement, there should be pertinency in relation to those legislative purpose. Kaya po
Congressman Marcoleta,
tinatanong
you
ko,
have 1 minute.
tinatanong ko po ngayon, gaano karami? O sige, ganito na lang, marami ba ang na-issue nyo po na notices of disallowance in connection with these types of fund?
sir, I really cannot give an exact number.
Hindi nga sabihin mo
today.
lang, marami.
Hindi naman sinasabi yung exact. Kasi nga, nilusot mo na wala kang hawak na datos dahil nga ang issue nyo eh kay VP Sara. Ngayon, tinatanong ka na lang kung ilan. Estimate. Apakasimple.
Attorney,
Medyo marami.
Attorney Camora, could you please submit the documents that the Honorable Marcoleta is requesting?
Yes.
Kasi sa ngayon, bago ako
As to the
magtapos,
numbers.
Mr. Chair, I want
Yes,
to wind
Mr.
up now.
Yes.
I want
please
to wind up now. Can you at least sabihin mo lang, marami, medyo marami. Pati ba naman yun, hindi mo...
Oh, 'di ba?
Ang dami po nating mayor dito sa buong Pilipinas, ang daming gobernador, pati kapulisan, ISAP, AFP. So sabi mo kanina, marami na-cover ng... ilan ba?
Madam Chair, kung yung current year, I can answer na
O yung,
konti lang
on the
po.
average noon, yung halimbawa 2020, 2021, 2022, by way of your experience, by way of your former data.
Previous years po, I cannot say since bago lang po ako sa ICFAO. So, we could just provide you po with the documents.
Tang
Please
ina
wrap up. One last
place eh.
question, Congressman
What about
Marcoleta.
to the other members of the Commission on Audit? Through your experience, let's say in the last 10 years, wala kayong may bibigay? Alam po ninyo kung bakit ko tinatanong ito? Kung marami po kayong na-issue, at alam ko marami talaga, na notices of disallowance, pupuntahin natin dito lahat, hindi lang ang Office of the Vice President at dapat umupo dito.
Bang!
Lahat po ng inisyuhan nyo ng notices of disallowance must sit here para makagawa po kami ng mas maganda, mas balanse na batas. Kung pag-uusapan po ay ang paggamit nitong intelligence funds. Do you understand, madam?
Yes, I understand po the question.
So
However,
the committee is expecting to receive the number as well as the pertinent records pertaining to the issuance of notices of disallowance to the municipal mayors, governors, the PNP, the AFP, and such other agencies who are recipients of intelligence and confidential funds, because later on we will also summon them and sit
Congressman-
with us. Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Marcoleta, you cannot move because you are not a member of this
Ito
committee.
yung ano.
It's good that you have
kinupal na
raised
siya.
that, Mr. Chair. I am the vice chair of this committee. On September 4, I was surprised because I saw the journal that I was replaced by my comare. The question is,
Kita mo, doon pa lang winalangyanan si Marcoleta eh.
If
No?
I am replaced as a vice chair, does that automatically mean that I am removed as a member of this committee? Before you answer that, Mr. Chair, I think I need some legal basis before you answer that.
Yes, your removal from the vice chair, you were removed in a plenary session, House Rules. Now, under Section 28 of the House Rules, it provides that the House shall, upon the recommendation of the Committee on Rules, organize committees, their membership, and jurisdiction. Therefore, your removal as vice
Alam nyo, pinaghandaan na nila din to na ano, kung anong sasagot nila kay Marcoleta pag tinanong yan. 'Di ba? Kasi kung hindi, putang ina, hindi nila, may memorize mo ba lahat ng mga rules na yan? 'Di ba? Alam na nila itatanong dyan. Alam na nila yung sasabihin na, puta, tablado ka.
chair and member of the House was a plenary action, and therefore, it should be the plenary who should include you as member or as vice chair. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, it was very clear that I was removed as vice chair. I was not removed as a member.
Because you were
There is this distinction between being a member and vice chair. If I
Yes,
was
but-
removed as vice chair,
but your
Pati yung
appointment
Comsec
as vice
kupal
chair, you were not appointed as member. Your appointment was as vice chair. So hindi naman po kayo
Mr.
in-appoint
Chair.
muna as member bago kayo ginawang vice chair. Your immediate appointment was as vice chairman, and therefore your removal as vice chair will remove you as member also. Yun po yun.
Well,
And it's a
that is
plenary
your-
action. The committee has nothing to do with it.
that is your opinion, Mr. Chair, but I am expecting that some kind of a basis should be presented that upon removal of a vice chair, that automatically also removes him as a member of that committee. That's all I am asking, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
We have already answered the manifestation or the inquiry of the Honorable Marcoleta. Next to interpolate is,
Mr. Chairman,
yes, with the permission, with the indulgence of Honorable Dionisio, I would like to recognize the Honorable Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, under our rules, there's a motion for a point of order, and this is one of the highest motion that should be ruled by the chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, just a parliamentary procedure. The chairman should recognize the person that moves for a point of order because that is one of the highest motion that should be recognized by the chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Noted.
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Vice Chairman Abante.
with the indulgence of Congressman Dionisio, may I be recognized?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, with the indul-
just a point of inquiry. There's a motion for a point of order, and I have stated that is the one of the highest, well, in fact, second highest motion. So the chairman should rule on that point of order that was raised by, I think it's Congressman Valerano.
My point of order is that the chairman already ruled na he was removed as vice chairman of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountabilities. That's
It was
all.
already answered. It was already ruled, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you po.
Mr. Chair.
With the indulgence of Congressman Dionisio, the chair would like to recognize the Vice Chairman Abante.
Mr. Chair, a while ago, COA has answered the question of Congressman Romy Akop as far as the difference between an intelligence fund and confidential fund. Can you please repeat that? Meron pagkakaibang intelligence fund saka ang confidential fund?
Hindi ka ba nakikinig?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ang Intel Fund po, it is given to uniformed and military personnel and intelligence practitioners. And the purpose is for activities that have direct impact to national security. For confidential fund, they are given to civilian government agencies that are intended to support the mandate or operations of the agency.
Okay, Mr. Chair, therefore, ang intelligence fund, hindi confidential fund.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
pero kanina, yung pong question ni Congressman Marcoleta, sinasabi niya palagi, confidential fund or intelligence fund. Am I right?
They are separate po.
O therefore, hindi po masyado naintindihan ni Congressman Marcoleta yung katanungan niya.
Tangin
Sapagkat
na.
kanya pinareho ang confidential fund at ang intelligence fund.
Hindi
Now,
naman
so,
sinabing
ito,
hindi,
Mr.
kaya
Chair,
nga or eh.
Sinabi niya kanina, sinabi mo na mayroong confidential fund ng mga mayors and governors, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Intelligence fund, meron pa silang intelligence fund?
Generally, wala po since hindi naman po sila uniformed personnel.
Okay, malinaw, Mr. Chair, na walang intelligence fund ang mga gobernador at mga mayor. Pero merong confidential fund. Yung
Pero sinabi niya yung PNP tsaka AFP bingi.
Tama ba ako?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yung mga vice mayor at vice governor, meron ba intelligence fund o confidential fund? Meron ba silang confidential fund ang vice mayor at vice governor?
Actually, sir, it's per agency po. So, if, for example, ma-designate na SDO ang vice, pwede po siyang mabigyan.
Ano yun?
It's
If
per
he is
agency po.
designated
If
as
he is
mayor.
designated as
Correct.
SDO po.
Oh,
As SDO.
depend. If the vice mayor is designated as mayor, magkakaroon siya, correct?
As mayor po. As SDO po.
Ano SDO?
As Special Disbursing Officer.
Special Disbursing
Special
Officer.
Yes.
Ay kung hindi, wala siyang confidential fund.
Yes.
O therefore, regularly, walang confidential fund ang vice mayor at ang vice governor.
Yes.
Depende na,
Ayan.
tanga.
Katulad din po yan ng Pangulo.
Sinabi ba
Ang
lahat?
Pangulo dapat magkaroon ng confidential fund. Tama po ba ako?
Kung based sa GAA po,
Opo, pero ang Vice President, hindi kinakailangan magkaroon ng confidential fund. Am I right?
not in
Am I right? Not necessarily correct. Following my question on the line of questioning that I have with the Vice Governor and the Vice Mayor.
sa NGAs po kasi, sir, what is expressly provided
Oo.
in the GAA po.
Then,
Tangina, kinumpara mo yung Vice President sa Vice Mayor, LGU, Local Government Unit. Anong katangahan yan, Abante?
normally. Katulad ng, I'm just following the question that I asked, di ba? Sabi mo kanina, yung Vice Governor at yung Vice Mayor, normally, wala yung confidential fund. Correct? Oh.
Yes, Madam Mr.
Unless
Chair.
otherwise, they've been designated as what?
As SDO, Mr. Chair.
SCO, okay. Ganon din naman ang Pangulo at ang Vice President. Correct. Oh, kung yung Vice President designated din na ganyan, meron siyang confidential fund. Am I right?
Mr. Chair, what we only know is whoever is given confidential funds in the GAA can use
Siguro ang
confidential
DBM pwede
funds.
makasagot niyan. Yusek, pwede mo ba sagutin to?
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yusek Toledo, you're
Yeah,
recognized.
thank you, Mr. Chair. So there is a provision in the GAA kung sino nabigyan po natin ng confidential fund, which is basically na-identify doon sa bawat GA po natin. For example, for 2023, nabigyan po natin ng ang mga ahensya ng gobyerno ng confidential fund from OP, tapos doon sa Office of the Vice President, at mayroon din sa DA, mayroon din sa DepEd, may DNAHO. So all the way po, may listahan po tayo ng confidential funds na binibigyan natin sa bawat ahensya.
Yung po bang binigay nating confidential funds sa Vice President, is that normal? Is that a normal procedure? Is that a normal procedure or not? O ito lang ang kahilingan? Kahilingan lang po ito.
There was releases po natin in the previous administration, even Mr. Chair. So I think part of that, at may request po sila, so we provided them.
Kahilingan, request, di ba?
Mr.
But it is normal procedure. Si Vice President Lenny po ba, meron siyang confidential fund? Vice President Lenny Robredo? Nagkaroon ba siya ng confidential fund o hindi siya humiling?
I'll check, Mr. Chair, of the data we have already provide.
Yung ibang naging Vice President, for example, like Vice President Cabayan, Noli de Castro, meron po bang confidential fund?
As Mr. Chair, as far as for the Vice President Leonard Bredo, wala pong confidential.
Ayan,
fund.
wala.
Binigay natin.
Vice President de Castro, wala din, di ba?
I think wala rin.
Vice President Doy Laurel, wala rin.
If I that's too long. Sorry, sir. Oh, yeah.
Hindi ba, bata pa kayo noon?
Yes, Mr. Chair, sorry for that. Pero yes, Mr. Chair, probably from the previous administration lately, as mentioned, si Vice Mayor, President Leonard Bredo, wala pong confidential fund.
Therefore, Yusek Toledo, taga saan po kayo, Toledo?
Sir, I'm from Region 1, North, Region 1 po ako.
Region 1, sa Ilocos.
Pangasinan, sir.
Saan?
From Pangasinan, Mr. Chair.
Pangasinan?
Yes, sir.
O, baka kamag-anak kayo na misis ko. Toledo ang misis ko eh. Taga Pangasinan din.
Pakialam namin.
Natanong ko lang. Baka kamag-anak ko to eh. Okay. Teka lang.
Pakialam namin, hayop ka.
So therefore, Mr. Chair.
Therefore, bakit makakahingi ng confidential fund si Lenny? Kasi kung iniipit nyo ngayon si VP Sara, pwede rin naman gawin ng administrasyon ni Duterte yun, tanga. Ina.
It is not a normal procedure for the Vice President to have confidential funds.
O, ditanggalin nyo nga.
Because the
Okay nang ina mo, ditanggalin mo. Ang laki ng issue mo sa buhay.
previous Vice Presidents did not ask for any confidential fund, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to say. So therefore, this is just a request from the Vice President. And being...
Diba sinabi na nga, ang linaw-linaw opening statement. Kayo nang bahala kung magkano ibibigay nyo. Kung meron o wala, kahit piso pa yan. Ngayon, pukin ang ina mong hayop ka, hindi ka pa rin matigil-tigil. Pukin ang ina nyo.
In a very courteous DBM, you have given the Vice President confidential fund because if that is normal procedure and according to law, you should have given already confidential fund to the Vice President now. Di ba? Tama ba ako?
Yes, Mr. Chair, you're right.
Ayun. Okay.
Kayo yung may hawak ng purse eh. Kayo yung may hawak ng purse eh. Di ba? Nasa inyo yung desisyon, kaya nyo nga binubusisi eh. Para kung magkano at kung ilan nyo ibibigay, kung i-approve nyo. Bobo. Bobo.
Gusto ko lang po malaman, Mr. Chair, ng taong bayan natin na hindi
Nakupal
po
ka.
normal procedure na magkaroon ng confidential fund ang Vice President sapagkat
Eh, ba't hinihiring? Tanga. Bakit nyo pagbibigyan? Ba't nyo pinagbigyan? Tanga. Okay nang ina ka. Tanga.
na Vice President ay hindi po nagkaroon ng confidential. Ito po yung kahilingan lamang. Kaya ang tanong natin dito, bakit kinakailangan magkaroon ng confidential fund?
Eh, ba't nyo binigyan? Kasi nung time na yon, pinagbibigyan nyo, alam nyo kung bakit? Kasi nung time na yon, may unit team pa na tinatawag. Ngayon, mga puke ng ina nyo, mga balingbing na kayo, hindi nyo na binigyan, tanga. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Tapos ngayon magtatanong ka, sa inyo rin galing, kupal ka, bossing.
Vice Presidente. Tulad po ng tanong ni Congressman Marcoleta, wala na po siya rito. Ha? Yung mayor, yung governor, maaaring...
Oh, wala na siya dito kasi puke ng ina mo, wala kang kwentang kausap. Kaya po ito, tatapusin na natin. Ayan na. Salamat, baby. Ayan, nakanguso. Ayan, nakakiss na sa atin si baby girl. Maraming salamat sa video, baby girl. Yan lang mga kalapida. Sana may napulot tayo kay baby girl. And stop recording.